Hi everyone, this is your daily read for November 4th, Sunday, getting ready for a whole new week. We have a very interesting, I don't know, I feel like today's reading is going to be interesting. I had a weird time picking what decks I wanted to use today, so I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out. As always, I've pulled our rune here, which I believe we pulled not too long ago. This is Tewas, so I always remember this as like the Sky Warrior. So kind of exciting, a little more masculine rune than what we've been pulling in the past couple days. But this rune, it's funny, as much as it's a masculine energy, like I almost think like the sun card, it has that kind of divine sun, universal masculine force that is kind of active, yet I also think of the Queen of Swords a lot when I think of this particular rune because a big part of it, one is, self discovery and self mastery, but part of it is discernment, which is where that Queen of Sword energy comes in. So taking up that, warrior sword and slashing away at anything that is in your path or seems to be some type of an obstruction or deterrent, um, so that you can really truly forge ahead on your own path. So there's this, masculine energy of kind of self discovery. I'm like, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is my mission, this is my conquest. And usually, like I said, it is a conquest of self. It's your own personal path. So it does force you to go within to really look at your own foundations. Who am I? What is it I need? What are my goals? What do I want to achieve? And then that discernment piece that's kind of cutting out all the things that don't align with that particular goal and your particular goal, really. So interesting defining moment, especially with yesterday's reading, talking about being at the gateway and looking back at all the lessons that got you up to this point and how we're going to be moving forward and crossing that threshold. So super interesting that we get this card the day after. So just be aware of that. Really be aware of who you are today, who you are in this moment, and what it is you want to achieve. Not what you think you should be achieving, not what you think other people think you should be achieving. Again, self. This is a self conquest. What is it that you want to be achieving? What are you passionate about? Therein lies the difficulty I had with picking what decks. I really wanted to pick decks that defined yourself. And it's funny to do yourself when yourself could be tons of different people. Um, so I kind of just went with what I felt like. Don't mind me, it's a little piece of amateuring that I've kind of been obsessed with the past couple days. She's real cute. I don't know if you'll see her on camera, but she's adorable. I think it's mostly clear quartz with a lot of citrine. Then there's like this. I don't know if you'll see it on camera, but there's like this amethyst little purple phantom right in the center. I walked past it in the store and I literally just like made eye contact with it and I was like, oh, you need to come with me. So kind of it like perfectly fits my thumb. Like it's kind of just soothing, just to like hold it. It's kind of my thing right now. Um, so we'll see if I use all the decks I picked. I kind of just pulled what kind of stood out on the shelf. This first one is a numerology deck, so it just uses basic numerology and kind of uses the numbers to talk about certain aspects or certain qualities. I kind of thought this would show us maybe what areas we're bringing our personal focus to. If you hear any like pounding or scratching, it's the kitties. I tend to close my doors when I record just so there's not too many noise. But this time one cat got stuck on the outside and one got stuck on the inside. Like they're kind of like pawing at each other. Ooh, okay. They're kind of pawing at each other underneath the door. That was a lot. Kind of feeling these guys. So I'm gonna leave that there. See if we can get maybe a few more. Oh, okay. You are just chatty tonight. Not really really feeling these dudes. Yeah, you can hang out. You guys fell face up, so we're gonna take these. All right. Okay. Whew. Rainbow smorgasbord here. Okay. So the first three that came out. Let me get here. Let me see if I can hold them all up. So this is 4, perseverance. So definitely being stable, grounded. I feel like having some type of a plan here is also important. Forgiveness came out after that. Forgiveness definitely being important in the aspects we were talking about from yesterday's reading. So really, whatever hurt, whatever damage you suffered, being able to forgive, not for the other person but for yourself, to give yourself freedom to move on and walk through this, and not be holding on to this pain, this grudge, whatever it is. So it's really forgiving to free yourself up. And then self-discipline, that's self-control. Sometimes it sucks to be the bigger person, but ultimately it's always the better goal. And also self-discipline in the way of knowing yourself and knowing who it is you want to be in this world and sticking to that, not letting social pressures or perceptions to sway that. You are the one who defines yourself and holding true to that. I mean, do I really need to explain this? Follow your dreams. I feel like with the so we got follow your dreams, and then behind that, I can read them. Creativity and financial discipline. I feel like a bunch of us may be starting, if not a career, at least like maybe like a side hobby, or maybe just like a passion project that really obviously is going to be a little more creative, going to be something that kind of serves as some type of outlet and lets us create or express and do wonderful things that we maybe can't do in the other parts of our lives. But I feel like this is going to be something that, if not planned to be a career, something that maybe could possibly grow into one, or at least some type of money making situation where we may have to give it some time to grow and build. But it's something, so we might have to tighten the belt a little bit. Maybe we have to step away from one thing as we start walking into this other new creative project, which I think would be really exciting. And then we also have the patience card. So again, slowly kind of building whatever this new project is, which I think is going to be a little more in line with who we are and what we're looking to get out of our life. So super exciting. So I think a lot of us, once we go through this moment of self-reflection and self-discovery, we find some new passion project, and really start. And I feel like it's not only just making the decision that we want to make this, a thing, but it's, because of our warrior rune, like we are going to start to be putting some effort and some action into it, which I think will force us to step out of things that we've committed to, or maybe, our normal day job, normal day life, whatever. I think we step away from that to allow more time, or to actually make way for this new project, and just giving it the time to grow and mature as we continue to feed into it and nourish it. And then in turn it's also nourishing ourselves. See if I can get a little more clarity on that, and then of course we're going to finish up with some tarot. Whoop. That was simple. Oh, I love this. Listen. I know I've used these decks before, but I just love the art in these. So when I see listen, I feel like I don't only see listen, I just see being open to receiving messages. So yes, listen to yourself, listening to your heart, listening to your true desires and your true passions. But I feel like this listen is also opened a little wider. I think you're also listening to those you care about, those people who you have trust in, whether they're friends, comrades, mentors, whoever they are, family, co-workers, people that you trust and value their opinion. I think you're also going to get signs and messages from them, as well as signs from the universe. We've already talked about the divine intervention that's coming our way. We also do have some exciting astrological shifts coming this week. I probably we'll talk about them closer to the days they happen. First coming up is going to be the new moon, which I think is going to be on Wednesday. I could be wrong, with somewhere on there. I plan to do just kind of a fun new moon reading sometime soon. Hopefully, I'll probably try and film that tomorrow, so it should be up tomorrow night. Crossing fingers. But I feel like this listen is really just talking about being open to your intuition, your inner voice, as well as being open to the signs and counsel that comes from your surroundings and those people who you consider part of your inner circle. I think you'll get a lot of hits from them. I feel like I want to start calling people now and be like, what do you got to tell me? Alright. We'll get a few tarot cards before we wrap up today's reading. Oh, of course. King of Wands. So again, super passionate. This is how we're showing up this week. We are truly finding our passion and putting action and energy into whatever it is that fuels us. The suit of Wands also is a very spiritual but also creative suit as well. So again, with that creative passion project of ours, I think some really new interesting projects are going to be coming our way. You guys flipped over, we'll take them. I feel like there was one more that slipped out. Or not slipped out, flipped over. That's hilarious. I can't. Alright. Let's see. What did we get here? Again. And again. Okay. We're going to get into it now, of course. Okay. So, Eight of Wands, speed, communication, haste, fast moving, another card of action. World card again is back. So again, we're completing that cycle. We're closing it out. We're wrapping it up. A lot of majors now that I'm looking at this. Tower card, so swift, abrupt changes. Uranus is also shifting. If it's not this week, it's very soon. I think it's sometime this week into a new sign. Uranus always brings disruptions, shifts, change. And honestly, some people get really freaked out when they see the Tower card. It's usually not a comfortable card. But I kind of always welcome the Tower card. I was going through a big shift earlier in my life. Earlier, like I make it like 20 million years ago. And I would get the Tower card, and I used to always be afraid of it. And be like, oh my god, things are going to be painful, things are going to hurt. But honestly, when I look back on it, the Tower card really does destroy and break down things that really weren't ours. Like, they weren't meant to be. Or they were false. They led us somewhere where we didn't need to go. So when I see the Tower card, I always get kind of excited because I know that things that really aren't serving me are about to just be broken down. And it gives you the opportunity to build it up in a way that serves you and that's correct and proper. So I'm kind of all about it. Next three, we got Temperance. So it's using all the lessons, combining them. This is also looked at as the alchemical marriage. But honestly, it's just balancing. It's bringing all those different elements, all those lessons we've learned, the good, the bad, the ugly, fusing them into this new magical, wonderful thing as we move forward. I mean, quite possibly my favorite card. Ten of Cups, so it's our happy ending card. Empress also coming up. So again, creative energy, abundance. I mean, beautiful message. Just creating that happily ever after we've always wanted. We got the King of Wands. We also got the Queen of Wands. I mean, come on. Another pairing. And again, another passionate pairing. So I feel like this could either be, maybe if some of us have some new romances coming our way, this could also be finding someone, a partner in this project. So someone you can work with, but someone who shares the same passions and fuels the passion. You guys work really well together. And you guys really feed off of each other, and this combo is unstoppable. Like, it's like taking two lit matches and putting them together, and then you get a bonfire. Like, this is incredible. So I think you're going to find support behind whatever this new project is. And this could be where the listen card comes in. Maybe one of your friends, your mentor, someone kind of comes forward and be like, hey, I think this is really great. I have a big passion for this too. Maybe we can do this together, or we can share ideas. Maybe you collab in some way. I think that has a lot of potential. And I say it could be possibly a new romance because again, Ten of Cups. But this can look different for everyone. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it's that happy ending. It's if you could create the ideal life for yourself, what does it look like? This is going to start getting you on that path. And I think all of these things really come from this kind of defining self reflection that we're going through. We talked about it yesterday. Our early cards talked about it tonight. So I think that's really key to moving ahead. Because again, once that is all solidified, it looks like there may be some, removal of some things that really are standing in the way. But once all of those things are wrapped up and kind of put a bow on it, send it out, this new path is going to just be quick and fast and just moving almost instantly, which I think is great. It's just going through that process to really define who we are and really understand what got us here and how we got here and how we're going to be moving forward with this new understanding. Awesome, awesome energies. Again, I plan to have a new moon reading coming out very, very soon. As a Cancer rising and Cancer sun, like I'm super, super invested in moon cycles and how the moon is helping us and transitioning us. So that should be coming out very, very soon. Like I said, I'm also working on what I plan to do for our monthly readings, at least our first round. Hopefully I'll get to start filming some of those tomorrow, so stay tuned. I just want to take a moment and say I'm super, super grateful for all of you who have either reached out in the comments, if we know each other personally and you've shared your thoughts on this channel with me. I'm a little overwhelmed and super, super grateful for all the positive feedback, and also the critiques that are helping this channel to grow. I'm just so grateful for your feedback, your input, your support. I kind of didn't expect this much, and I'm super excited and super grateful, and a little overwhelmed. I want to always make sure I'm delivering the best content, and the best information for you guys to help you through whatever it is you're going through. Know that I really want to create a safe place for everyone, and I'm super thankful that you guys are doing the same for me. It just allows me to feel really open and honest, and it just feels kind of amazing to be a part of this with you all. So thank you for this really amazing opportunity. I can't wait to see how this grows. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about my upcoming videos. Of course, the dailies are going to continue, but just needed to give a little love to all of you for all the love you've been giving me. So amazing energy. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.